Let's talk about social media. And what exactly does that mean? When we talk about social media, we are usually talking about Facebook or Twitter or maybe even a blog that people comment on. But that's not really exactly what social media is. That's just the technology that powers it. When we say social media, we're talking about the engagement of all of the people you know, your friends, family, anyone that you consider an authority on whatever the subject it is you're interested in, and you're going out and using these technologies to reach out to them and to people who are interested in the same sort of subject, whether it's childcare, pets, how to make cookies, whatever it is that interests you. That's what the social aspect of the social media is. And if there weren't Facebook, if there weren't Twitter, there would definitely be something else. The internet was built as a means of communication. It's always been that, nothing else. It wasn't built for advertising or pornography. It was built for communication. So social media, it really isn't anything more than just communicating with those people that you want to have a conversation with. Conversation is a key word whenever we talk about social media. Advertising is typically one way. You're a consumer, and a consumer consumes whatever is tossed their way, be it gourmet, be it garbage. With social, you pick and choose. A conversation is something that you elect to participate in. You don't have to. You can participate as much or as little as you feel like doing. And ideally in a conversation, you give as well as receive. So from a social media aspect, whenever we think of that, we're not going to be talking about media that's one way. If you go and pursue as a business a social media strategy that looks one way, like conventional marketing and advertising, where you're just blasting the consumer with ads, you're quickly going to be left behind, because it's something that in this conversation between you, the business, and I, the consumer, if you're not listening to me or talking to me, I'm not going to talk or listen to you. So this is where the social media strategy that you as a business come up with is very important. You have to remember a couple of things. It's not traditional media. It's not television. It's not newspapers. It's something that's directed at the consumer by you, but it's also the consumer directing their interests, their concerns, their comments back at you. And you, secondly, have to respond. You have to have a conversation. You have to give value. Now, depending on the industry, this may be extremely difficult to do. If you're involved in any kind of healthcare, if you're involved in any kind of government, or something where you're highly regulated, it's difficult to have a conversation. So we've got solutions for that too, because the third thing that you want to do when you participate in any kind of conversation is you have to be interesting. No one wants to have a conversation with someone dull or boring. I mean, you don't, right? If you're dull, if you're boring, you walk away. So as a business, what you have to do is you have to be interesting. Bring value. Bring something that we want to talk about, and let's talk about this together. Be sure and watch more of these videos to learn more about social media, social networking, and how you can engage.